Hi, I'm Mark Reid, Chairman of the Collin County Republican Party. In an Easter sermon, Reverend Don Underwood read from the 16th chapter of Mark, where the disciples went to Jesus' tomb, and when they entered the tomb, they saw a young man sitting where Jesus had been laid to rest, and they fled from the tomb, trembling and afraid. A lot of people are afraid right now. We are bombarded 24/7 with bad news and worst-case scenarios about the COVID-19 virus. Additionally, we face uncertainty in our financial lives, our social lives, and even our spiritual lives. Don went on to discuss the book of Acts that talks about the early church after the resurrection of Christ. It talks about how the disciples went from being afraid to building a new church, a church that was on fire, a church that went from the crucifixion to eventually converting much of the Roman Empire and even the Roman Emperor Constantine to Christianity. Patriots might draw parallels between the early Christian church and the 13 American colonies that banded together near the end of the 18th century to defeat the most powerful nation on earth. Such victories are only possible, like the resurrection, through God's divine intervention. I'm not comparing the founding of America with the resurrection of Christ. I'm simply pointing out how God brings about good from tragedy. After hearing Christ utter his final words from the cross, "It is finished," the disciples were able, in faith, to go from trembling in fear to building the new church, forever changing the world. The founders, in faith, were able to defeat the most powerful nation on earth and create this great republic. In faith, we can defeat this virus. In faith, we can restore our economy and jobs. And in faith, we can bring America back to prosperity and liberty. As Don said in his sermon, God always wins. I hope you will join me in prayer for the people and families who are impacted by this virus, for our first responders and the medical professionals who are caring for them, for our leaders who are working to understand the flood of data and make critical decisions regarding conflicting priorities, and for this great nation that in faith will return to the prosperity that we all enjoy through liberty and a steadfast reliance on our Savior, Jesus Christ. God bless and happy Easter.